Do you want to know how desperate Daniel Andrews is? I'll tell you how desperate. He has taken to labelling his political opponents Nazis and racists. That's how desperate. Now, when Andrews said at the weekend that there was no place for Nazis, racists or bigots in the Victorian Parliament, well, I could have been forgiven for thinking it was a resignation speech. That's what I thought. Now, sadly, Andrews will not remove himself from power. He's dug in there like a tick. Only the people of Victoria are able to do that, and that's exactly what you need to do this Saturday at the ballot box. When you are an abject failure as a premier, all you've got left is to call your opponents names. And less than a week out from the most important election in Victoria's history, that's where we are. Daniel Andrews can't talk about the health system. It's a disaster. He can't talk about the Victorians' finances. They're a mess. He can't talk about integrity, not with 5 IBAC inquiries under his belt. He can't talk about unity. Even his colleagues despise him. He can't talk about hotel quarantine because he doesn't remember. He can't talk about his handling of the pandemic. It was brutish. So what has he got left? The Victorian Premier has been reduced to funding woke netball teams and accusing anyone who doesn't approve of him of being a Nazi. He gave this woke netball team $15 million. Taxpayer money. That could have paid for approximately 200 paramedics in a state where people are dying at home waiting for an ambulance to show up. Just when you thought he couldn't divide the community anymore, he starts defaming anyone who thinks differently. What happened to the kinder, gentler politics federal Labor promised? Where is that in Victoria? There are no Nazis in the Victorian Parliament, but there is a tyrant who needs to go.